Jim White, and Peterborough United owner Darren McAntony. Of course, it's Thursday lunchtime, and Spencer Oliver is in our midst, but he's brought along the CEO of Boxer, a good friend of ours, Ben Shalom, live here in studio. And Ben, one of the two fighters who put on that magnificent show of yours on Sunday night, joins us live. Of course, it was a split decision in the end. It was a draw in the end. Frazer Clarke and Fabio Wardley. Frazer Clarke joins us live from a beach somewhere, not unsurprisingly. Frazer, where do we find you? Maybe you don't want to tell us where you are.
No, I'm in beautiful Altea, Spain, just down by the harbour. So
nice.
Yeah, just enjoy some time with the family.
Fantastic. And we've got you live. Viewers on YouTube and Facebook can watch it live. How's it been for you since Sunday night? I mean, at the end of it, the two of you beat each other up fair and square. What's it like for you recuperating after a fight like that, Frazer?
Yeah, it's challenging. On the body, definitely. It took me a few days, but I'm feeling better now. It's been a whirlwind. A lot of messages, a lot of well wishes. Which is a bit of a change compared to what I had going into the fight. But yeah, it's been overwhelming and very nice to hear some of the beautiful comments, but still a little bit disappointed with the decision. I thought I did enough, but we live and we learn, and I'll definitely build on this.
Do you know what, Frazer? It was one of those fights, wasn't it? It was a cease-fire. It was going back and forth, back and forth. You think 1 minute, he was coming on top, then you was coming on top, and you thought, how long can this go on? Can these guys see the final bell? I think us live there on the night, we thought, no, they're never going to see it. One of them's going to have to crack at some point. But the strength of character that you both showed, you looked at it and you go, like, you're weighing it up and you go, right, on the night I thought that Wardley won by a round or two. You watch it back and you go, it's worthy of a draw, because there shouldn't be a loser in that. The only winner in it all really is the boxing fans, because we get a chance, hopefully, to see it again. But I've got to commend you both, mate, for putting on a gladiatorial performance. That was something else, and that will develop you as a fighter. You'll push on from that. You'll take so much strength. That was only your 9th contest.
Yeah, it definitely, it's definitely already taught me a few things. I've not quite watched the full thing back yet. I've not brought myself to do that, but just from being in there and getting that experience, I know where I went wrong. I know when I should have finished the fight, and I probably just couldn't get the shot I was looking for, which is credit to Fabio Wardley. He's very, very tough, and he's very durable, because there's one thing being tough and durable, then there's another thing, fighting back when you took the kind of shots that he was taking. So, full plaudits to him, and hopefully, Ben and the team can get together, and I'm definitely willing. I'd love to do it again, because it doesn't quite sit right with me. A draw just feels like a loss to a fighter, I think. So I'd love to get my revenge, and next time I'll get the job done properly.
I saw your reaction actually after the fight, and how down you was over that. I think that like I said to you, it was a gladiatorial from both of you guys, but you was upset that you didn't get the victory. You felt like that, the draw was a loss. So I mean, look, for the boxing fans, for British boxing as well, that to take place, on British soil. I mean, we would love to see that again, and we hope that Ben Shalom, and the team can get that together, and we get that rematch.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something that can be talked about and can be done. Like I said, it was just amazing to see the reaction we've had since, and I'm sure Fabio is experiencing the same amount of comments as I am. But ultimately, once you've shared a ring with someone, you want to get out knowing who's the better man. And at the minute, it's on his even. So if he's got the same mindset as me, then we need to sort it out the only way we know how as fighters, and that's to get back in there and trade leather again.
Frazer, brilliant fight. Really enjoyed it. I've got to ask you the question: how quick do you want to get back in there? How quick do you want to get? That must have been so exhausting. No wonder you're on holiday. What's the schedule for the next few months? What's ahead of you?
Well, I've got to be sensible. Like we all know that them fights do take a lot out of you, and it was hard on the body. But to be honest, I feel really well, considering. I think it's testament to the way that I've looked after myself the last few months. I feel really good. I've recovered well. I'm going to sit down with Ben and the team next week, I'm sure, and we'll have a discussion about it. But, I don't want to be out in the ring for a long time. I like being active. I've had good advice off people, listened to a few good interviews. Dominic Ingle was dead right when he said, you got to build on this and you got to move forward from this. I don't want to sit around too long. Boxing and competing is what I enjoy doing. So this holiday is beautiful, and don't get me wrong, I'm loving it. But, I can't wait to get back to the gym and work on mistakes and move forward, because I know where I can go in this sport, but it's going to take a lot of dedication.
We were making the point earlier on, Fraser, that you wait. It was quite a wait until this was made, and Ben made the point that was for specific reasons. And it turns out that was the right reason. Lee in Stourbridge is saying, Ben, on your show is spot on. A top promoter who cares for his fighters is not just about making a quick buck and then moving on. These guys further down the line can make serious money. And now you and Fabio Wardley, who's on Sky right now, quite interestingly, Fraser, looking a lot more marked up than you, I may say. But now you and Fabio can do it again further down the line and maybe make a lot more money than you might have envisaged. And Ben, that is exactly what you want for these guys, because it's them who are putting their necks in the line.
Oh, it's the toughest sport in the world, and I think even Fraser will agree. It's not just about ability; it's about conditioning. It's about being there before. It's about experience. It's about all these things. And that came, to be honest, I was absolutely amazed, and I don't mind saying that as his promoter, that in his 9th professional fight, he was able to deal with all the things that he had to deal with in that fight. The knockdown, how he dealt with that, the point deduction that I didn't feel was a point deduction, how he dealt with that mentally, how he goes into those final rounds and finds a second win, how he deals with a guy that just keeps coming back and keeps throwing bombs. And so, given the experience, it is an incredible feat, and there's not many people in their 9th professional fight that could do that. But as you say, Jim, it's worked out extremely well. And what Fraser did on Sunday night has catapulted his career, and is going to make him a huge amount of money for the rest of it. And I think, and I'm here thinking, thank God we stuck to what we knew, and we trusted ourselves, and it's worked out very well.
Fraser, you want promoters like Ben and Hearn and the rest to put any kind of personal animosity, if you like. There's competitiveness, of course there is. They're in the same business, and one wants to outdo the other. But you see that for what it is. You want some grown-up talking between promoters to let you guys do your thing, right?
Oh, of course. I think the sense does often come from the promoters, because as fighters, we need to be safe from ourselves a lot of the time. Because if you ask me, Jim, and I'm sure a lot of other fighters, I'll fight anyone on the planet, any heavyweight. I don't fear anyone else with 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's probably naivety. But I think the promoters now. We've seen it happening in recent times. People working together, and it's putting great shows together, and it's giving great opportunities more than that to people like myself that are just lads that went to the gym, to try and make something of themselves. And slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation listening to you, Frazer Clarke, talking about, the wanting to get back in there. You're on holiday, you want to have that rest, and you want to get back in there and get the ball rolling straight away. Again, we were speaking to you earlier in the show, Ben, and you were saying, listen, I think that was taxing on both guys, and it may be later on in the year, if not early next year, that we could get that rematch. But listening to Frazer, actually, it could come sooner rather than later.
Look, I think Frazer's fresher than Fabio. I do think that, but he's still taken a huge amount of... punishment, but, grueling 12 rounds. But I think we've spoken since. This is now about building on it. For me, he's seen a percentage of what he can be.
Sure.
And that's what's exciting with Frazer. He's so early on. He'll build on this. He'll get fitter. He'll get stronger. He'll get more confident. He's got that experience now, and he'll want to get out very soon.
And he's got a fan base growing now, based on what you're seeing.
Huge amount of respect.
Exactly.
Huge amount of respect.
And now, Mr. Frazer Clarke, you can reap the rewards like you're doing right now, sitting in the sunshine in Spain. What's the plan for the rest of the day? I mean, if I was sitting where you are right now, I'd be like a beetroot, mate. I'd need to borrow your factor 50.
Now we're just in a restaurant at the minute. I've got the kids with me, so we're going down the beach and have a play in a minute.
Nice.
And the reason Ben don't want me out so quick is because he knows I'm coming for a few quid now. So he don't want me out too often. He don't want me out too often anymore. But yeah, no, I'm just going to chill out and enjoy this time with the family, because, like I say, this was my first real training camp, and unfortunately, your family get the back burner for a good 10, 12 weeks. So it's time to now just spend some time with them. Enjoy them. I'm getting the looks from the missus now. This is the last call today.
The boss.
We're going to enjoy ourselves.
Well done, Frazer.
Well deserved, mate. Well deserved.
Listen, Frazer, Ben's with us for the next couple of minutes. Text him and tell him what you want. We'll see the look in his face. Thanks ever so much.